I went to high school with Katie and junior high, I guess.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome this morning to H2O at Home. My name is Nora, for those that don't know me. And I first want to just get an idea, other than Kim and Sandra, who knows anything about H2O at Home or has any products or anything?
She has some.
Well, you have some only because we ordered it for you. And you were afraid that you were going to get caught with more this trip if you didn't show up. But
I know.
Yeah, I was ready to get the whole kit this time for you.
we're going to teach you how to use what you have.
I know how I throw it in the dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
I can't even remember what you got.
I got the
The
ball
ball? Okay.
and
You got some sponges.
some sponges.
Do you use those?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. I love them.
like the ball?
Well, I really liked it at first, but I think after so many days you
What?
just sit back out, and I did that for
Okay,
a
wait a
day,
minute.
sit back out and get some more sunlight
Every
I
30
can't. Wait a
days.
minute.
every 30 days.
Where'd my screen go?
But yeah,
What?
I like it. I was surprised, really.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to just stick her up here?
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, bye. She said it's echoing really badly. She couldn't hear anything.
Well, I was going to say if we mute it, but that wouldn't work either. So. All right. So I'm going to share with you how to use. I'll talk a little bit about the ball. I don't usually talk a whole lot about it anymore, but I'll talk to you a little bit about how to use it and when to charge it. But today we're going to talk about some of our most popular products, and then how Sandra is hosting her party and what she's going to earn from that, and then a benefit as to why Kim's not just here for the food, but what she's getting out of being here. And then if you're interested in the business, I'll share with you some information about that. Before I get started, and you all don't have to do this now, but in your lap boards you have a customer care card, and if you will just fill that out for me, that is a way that I can keep track of who comes to the parties and what you're ordering. And then it also allows you to get my website every month to know what the specials are. And then we're going to use those as a door prize at the end. So if you want to take a chance on winning that, then you certainly want to fill that out. Behind that is a wish list. So as you are listening to me talk, if it's something that you're interested in or you want to know more about or remember about, write it down. If you have questions, you can write them down on that. The first party I ever went to, that was what I used to take notes on. Behind that is a list of favorite things, and these are just some items that the company has compiled that are the most popular things that people will tend to gravitate towards and want to include in their H2O at home packet of things that they have. And then behind that is a flyer that just talks about our business if you're interested in reading through that. I put that in there for your reading pleasure as well. On the flip side is your order form in the back for when we're done, and then it has our specials for the month of May, which I have brought a couple of those with me. And I do, the Provence Bomb is on sale this month, and I thought I dropped one back in my purse, so I'll dig for that as we get to it, but I use it a lot. So. All right, any questions? So briefly, just to tell you what H2O at Home is, it's a company that's been around in France and Europe for the last 17 years. We've only been in the United States for the last 6 years, and in the East Coast for about 5. Nationwide, we have about 600 advisors, and they are very select in who becomes an advisor because they only want people signing up who are wanting to work, wanting to do the parties, and not just in it just to get like a discount or anything like that. So the premise of H2O at Home, 2 men behind it. Well, I was going to say, look, Sandra.
Yeah, Sandy is 31, did I be 31?
So the premise behind H2O at Home, it was developed by 2 men, and their philosophy is reducing our carbon footprint using products that are chemical-free, toxin-free, safe for the environment, focusing on the recyclability of all their products. So everything that we have is earth-friendly, and is not going to do anything to damage our homes. What I'm going to share with you today, 4 specific products, and then I'm going to demonstrate some of those, and then when we come back, I'm going to talk to you about the number 1 reason people host parties, and then review with you over our specials that we have for the month, okay? And if you have questions, just ask me as we go through, and I'll be happy to answer those. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is our variety kit. And I'm going to pass these around. This is actually mine, one of mine that I use at my home. You cannot buy this color anymore, so don't fall in love with that color. But I'm passing it around just so that you can feel it and see what it feels like after it's been washed and used. And I think I stained mine the other day when I was doing a deep soak because I put in a heavy-duty chiffonette that I had never washed before, I believe, so it had blood all over it, but it still works.
The red one?
No, it was a dark green or blue one. So the reason that these chiffonettes, and that's what they're called because it's a French-based company, you can call them a cloth, you can call them a rag or whatever, but these will pretty much replace almost all of the products in your home. So your windows, you will be cleaning streak-free, no more paper towels, no more Windex. Your countertops you'll be able to clean in your kitchen without any products that you have to use. You can wipe up from using meat on your counters, and it's going to trap in the germs and the guts from the meat that's on your counter. We do have an or a multi-surface spray that you can also use. That's antibacterial, but the chiffonette will do just that. We're going to replace your pledge because at one of our chiffonettes it's a great dusting cloth for you. And then we're going to replace like your magic eraser or your sponges that you might use to scrub hard, stuck-on dirt spaces. So to tell you a little bit about them, the first one, this is a heavy-duty chiffonette. And this is the one that is going to be used for scrubbing like your walls or your baseboards, your door frames, anywhere where there's an area that you're going to have to put a little bit more elbow grease in. This is a chiffonette that you're going to use. If you have some adhesive that's stuck on a wall or stuck on a cabinet,
I did that the other day. It
glass,
came right off.
it just rolls it right off with that. One of the advisors out in Alaska just posted up a picture yesterday of a poster that she took off of her wall in her classroom where she teaches that had been glued onto the door of this cabinet, and she just took her chiffonette with water and rolled all that glue right off. So it's a great tool to have for scrubbing in harder areas that you need to clean. Okay, this one, our waffle weave, I still laugh at that. Sandra was the one who gave me my terminology that I was looking for. They actually call it a honeycomb in the product specs. But this is our essential multi-surface chiffonette. I absolutely love this chiffonette. It is the best. I pick it up and use it all the time. So this one dry will become your best dusting cloth. If you've ever purchased a microfiber dusting cloth from Kroger or Target or Walmart, they really don't work. They just trail the dust. They don't actually capture it. Nothing sticks to it. But these will actually stick. It'll act like a magnet to it. And the reason that these will work so differently is the makeup of the material that's used. We currently use the highest grade microfiber that you can purchase. And then it's the composition of the microfiber plus the polybead. And with it is allowing the chiffonettes to do what it is that they're supposed to do. So this is dry, going to be your best friend for dusting. H2O at Home prides himself in the fact that we're going to reduce your cleaning time by about 40%, and it truly does do that. I was a skeptic when I heard that, but the amount of dust, and I have a dusty house, that comes back is just minimal, and it's just these products work so well that it reduces all the time that you're going to have to go back through. Wet. This is going to be what you're going to use to sanitize your kitchen counters or your bathroom counters. The weave of this cloth is what's going to allow for those germs to come into the cloth and stay there. They're going to trap in each one of these individual squares, and they're not going to fall back out. If you were to Google or go on our site and look at our chicken video, they actually do a video where they take a raw piece of chicken and rub it on the kitchen counter, and they take a paper towel and wipe it up, and then they take our chiffonette and wipe it up. And prior to wiping up, they're doing like a protein test on it to see if the bacteria is there and prevalent. And of course it is, but when they go to wipe it up, they test it again where the paper towel was. There's still protein that's still on the counter, but where it was, where the chiffonette went over, it's all gone. So it actually is trapping it in there. And it's because of the weaving and the pattern that is there that is allowing that to occur. So when you've done that and you're needing to clean it out, we do have a product that you can use to rinse it out, to clean out your chiffonette from cleaning up chicken or whatever is on your counter. So on your windows, if your windows have like a lot of pollen on them or if they have a lot of dirt that's stuck on them, this is going to be the first thing that you want to pick up to clean your windows if they have grime that's on them. Again, it's going to pick it up, it's going to lift it, it's going to hold it, it's not going to continue to drag it around. One of the demos that we a lot of times do is take butter and put it on your window and just show you how these chiffonettes will clean up that butter. The reason we're doing that is not to freak people like Sandra and I out over sticking butter on your windows, but we're doing that to show you that it'll pick up the grease and it'll hold it, and you can continue to wipe around and it's not going to trail it and
She
leave
did that on
marks.
my mom's window.
I bet-
Like she
And
rubbed
I
butter on my mom's window and cleaned it off with that.
And I think
It was very
they
impressive.
all,
I'm sure Esther broke into a sweat.
she was a little bit nervous about
Just like you're going to do what?
it.
Put butter on my window?
On all of our chiffonettes, before I forget, when you're using them, you want to fold them in quarters. And the reason that you're doing this is going to decrease the amount of time you're having to go back and forth to your sink to rinse it out. So you have 16 equal cleaning surfaces when you're doing that. And you can just fold, refold, flip, and allows you to continue to go. So the multi-surface one is the one that I go over doorknobs with, I go over remote controls with, my front door where the pollen sits in on the little divots of that, I go over that. So I use this one a whole lot.
So you use it on the outside as well as
You
the
can, yeah. Ceiling
Yeah,
to
my-
floor, inside, outside. They're going.
It'll take it
the
off.
heavy duty one.
I mean, obviously you want to clean it out after you wipe that off, but yeah, it'll get it off. My favorite thing with this, I leave one in the bathroom now, and we have stainless steel vessel sinks, and they always look disgusting, always. And I try to remember, and the days I remember, I get so excited when I walk back in there, I just take it and wipe it off, and they shine. It's beautiful.
They'll just lift up everything that's there.
I remember to do it.
This ugly last one, I was really sad when I had it bleed. So this is our glass chiffonette. This is what's going to remove all the water stains and all the watermarks that you may have on your faucet, but also on your windows. It's going to make your windows become streak-free. So if you're cleaning your windows with your Windex and your paper towels, and they look great, but then when the sun shines through, they look all streaky and nasty, you're not going to have this when you're using our chiffonettes. As long as you take care of them the correct way, they will be lint-free and streak-free. So when you're going to wash them, they can all go in the washing machine. You just need to avoid bleach, and you need to avoid fabric softener. The fabric softener gets in and binds up the microfiber so the water is not able to pass through. And if you wash them with the fabric softener then it's going to a lot of times leave that lint behind with it because the lint is just going to attach. If you're washing microfiber alone, only microfiber in your washing machine, throw it all in there. You don't need to put it in a laundry net or do anything like that. But if you're washing it with something else, throw your microfibers in a laundry bag, and that's going to prevent the dust and the lint from the other items in your machine from attaching itself to the microfiber. If by chance you put fabric softener in with them, there's a chance that they might be saved. There's a chance that they're never going to work well again. And if that happens, let me know. What we'll do is I'll give you a sample of our OxyCare, and that is a powerful, it sounds like OxyClean, except OxyClean is 20% product, 80% filler. Ours is 100% product. And it just does like a deep soak to get into the microfibers and release everything that's in there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so it's not a guarantee. But this is our variety kit, and it's an essential item for cleaning your home and taking care of eliminating a lot of other items that you may use. So on the tough jobs that you, on the tough jobs that you might need a little extra scrub power, like your sinks where they're nasty or there's toothpaste ground up in it, or your wall where there's a scuff mark, or on your countertop. Right now I have a stain on my countertop from where one of the girls' slushies like spilled out on it, and I just haven't taken time to kill and clean it. But any of those jobs where you typically would pick up something to use, you're going to use this clay. So H2O at Home wants you, and it's a mindset change, that the first thing that you do is pick up those chiffonettes, wet them, and use it just with water to see if that'll work. Many times that's all that you need is water to clean it. You're not going to need anything else. But the instances that you do, this is our cleaning clay. I'm going to pass that around just so you can smell it, touch it, feel it, whatever you want to do. I'm a very tactile person, so I like to share that with everybody else. So this cleaning clay is literally replacing everything else that the chiffonettes have not done. Your scrubby bubbles, your toilet bowl cleaner, your Comet, your Clorox, whatever it is that you may use to clean the inside of your sinks, the clay is going to do that. This cleaning clay is non-abrasive, so it will not scratch any of your surfaces. It is safe to use from ceiling to floor. You can use it inside and outside. It's not just good for your kitchen sinks or your bathroom sinks or countertops. You can use it to clean off your cookie sheets that have gotten like that goo or that tackiness that's stuck on them. You can use it on your pots and your pans, like on your Pyrex dishes where that brown stuff gets stuck on them. Your toaster ovens. My mother-in-law has stainless steel pots, and she refused to pull them out. They're 48 years old. They got them as a wedding gift. And she didn't want to use them because they looked ugly and they were scorched on the bottom. Took the clay to them, restored them. They look fine. If you have true stainless steel appliances in your home, you can use the clay on them, and that's going to pull away all the fingerprints. In your shower, where you have soap scum, if you have shower doors or if you have tile, the clay is going to be what you use to clean that. When you use the clay, after you finish cleaning it, it's going to leave like a protective film on it, which again is going to help reduce the cleaning time. So in our shower at my house, I'll use the clay once a month or so to clean through our shower, and then the other times when I notice like the water is starting to stand, I'll take this chiffonette. This again is a heavy duty chiffonette, which was the same as this one here, the scrubbing one. If you're interested in the clay, I'm going to encourage you to spend $2 more and buy it as a kit, because it comes with this chiffonette with it, and it comes with it for a purpose, because it's what continues to clean. So after I have cleaned the bath, then I can take this on the other days and just run it right over, and you're going to feel it cut through any soap scum that's going to be there. Same thing on your kitchen sinks. It's going to cut through that as well. The clay is also, I have found, a really good jewelry cleaner on my silver jewelry. If you have silver pieces that have tarnished, my mom gives me pieces that I can bring around. So this is one of her platters that I have, and I can show you how this clay will remove all the tarnish that's on that, so you're not having to spend so much time polishing your silver and taking that time. The clay is going to do that. It is safe on all surfaces. You don't have to worry about that. Inside your oven, it's a good cleaner for inside of your oven. On your cars, so if you have hazy headlights, you know, it's $100 and some to have the haze taken off of those headlights. The clay will go and remove that haze off of them. On your, I don't know, my husband always laughs at me. What are those silver things? Are they rims on your car?
Yeah, I always get it wrong.
Okay, so the wheels. So to make them shine, you can use this right on it, and it does that as well. Okay. So when you buy the clay, it'll come with a nicer looking sponge than this. It is an oval sponge that goes in, and it just sits right on top of it so that you can store it. You do not use a lot of this, so this is going to last. This clay was opened February 13th, and this is the clay I use at all my parties, and this is the clay that I use at my house, and there's barely any of it gone. It looks like there's a lot gone, but it's not full, yeah, because the sponge just sits on top of it. So I'm going to show you, we might just clean one of the sinks here at the church so we can see how it'll work. Okay? So that's the cleaning clay, and that's going to be used for any of your other cleaning products. So when you are using any of the chiffonettes, and you are wanting to clean them out. So if you've just cleaned off your kitchen counter and you've had chicken on the kitchen counter, you're gonna wanna wash it out before you do anything with it because that's just gross. Or when you're cleaning through your bathroom and you need to go to another area, you may need to rinse it out because your kids have left so much toothpaste in the sinks or whatever. You're gonna wanna rinse it out. This is our Neta bar, and I like to refer to it as stain stick on crack. It is hands down the best product ever. So that Neta bar is all natural. Our products are backed by a third-party vendor that the company has secured, where if it says that it's certified to do a certain job, it is going to do that job because it does carry the EcoCert seal to it. So all of our products are backed by European norms and standards, which means everything is so much safer in Europe than it is in the United States. So we had a harder time getting it to come in. Ladies, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, and I'm not ignoring you with my phone. Sonia,
I'm just joking. I just had to do it.
I just don't want you to think I'm being rude. It's from Katie and Sonia, and so I'm responding.
No, you're fine. I just thought it was funny. Sandra popped up. Okay.
It is like a time stick, you can use it on
But
your
will
clothes.
it get cinnamon butter?
Oh yes. Oh yes. It gets.
Go rub some butter in your shirt. We'll get it out.
Oh, we don't have to. My husband, we eat crab legs and shrimp, and that butter is drip, drip, drip.
Or like if you have a shirt that has that funny stain that's like maybe fabric softener.
Yes.
We have had some shirts come through laundry, and I'm like, what is that dot on there? It'll get that out.
It is weird.
So
Yeah.
I have to actually remember to do it, but it does work.
if you buy the chiffonettes, I'm going to push you hard to buy this because I believe so strongly in it. Just because it's going to clean out your chiffonettes when you're cleaning with them. So it's going to take away the number of times that you have to throw them into the washing machine to clean them out. But it's also a really, really, really good stain stick. So if you buy it, I like to tell people to cut it in half. That way you have it in two different places. It's going to last because you're not going to use it, a lot of it. You do not have to get anything super lathery to do it.
The naphtha bar, it's kind of like that.
The what bar?
The Pelt's naphtha bar.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Sure.
It's old.
So if you, one of my good friends, her son always would get frustrated at her because of the laundry fabric softener stains on his shirts. And she used way too much fabric softener to begin with. And so all of his shirts would get ruined.
Yeah.
And so I kept telling her, just buy this Neta bar, it's going to take those stains away. And a lot of times, you think a stain has been set in there, it's been washed, it's been dried, it's not going to come out. A lot of times it's going to come out. She was able to go back on those shirts and just rub some of it on it, wash them again, and they have come clean. So if you have a stain on your shirt or on your pants or any other article of clothing, wet that stain, wet the Neta bar, rub over it, give it a little scrub, let it sit in your laundry basket until you're ready to wash it. You can go ahead and wash it right away, and it's going to pull out that stain. In our house alone, we've had success pulling out tire grease. We've had blood. On my trip last week, somehow I had spilt, I don't know what it was. If it was like a glass of red wine that had just dripped down on my pants, white pants. And I had some Neta in my bag, and I just rubbed over top of it, forgot about it for the rest of the week, brought it home, washed it, it's gone. So it really will get out anything. It's also, I'm sorry?
Baseball dirt.
Now, so with the baseball and the softball and the clay, I always say pre-treat it with a Neta, but then it may take a couple extra washes to do it. Soccer cleats. There are a couple other things that we can try if the Neta does not get it out completely. So this is like your stain stick to treat it. We have talked to the businessmen of the company about redeveloping this or redesigning it so that you can have it in like a chapstick tube.
Yeah.
Someone else was saying that they would like it in liquid form so that you can carry it and transport it with you so that you're not carrying this big soap. It matters not to me, I'm going to carry it, and I'm going to keep it around because we use it so much in our home. So that's what you're going to use to clean out your chiffonettes in between washing them, and then that's what you're going to use for all of your stains. So these three things up here, and plus a laundry bag that I've got up here, this little section, that is a foundation packet. That has everything that you need to have in order to clean your home, successfully, with the exception of dusting and mopping your floors. At the party that I had gone to before I signed up to sell, this was what I had bought, and I thought, I am dumb because I had spent money on stuff that I don't like. I don't like microfiber. I have never deviated from this. This truly is all in our house that we use to clean. So this little foundation set is the best way to go. The next thing that I want to tell you about is our all-purpose glove. And this is, I think it's on your list of favorite things. It's listed as like a magic glove, and it truly is like a magic glove. I'm going to pass them around. Sorry for my hair that's on it. The dirty one is mine. The almost clean one is a pretty new one. I had to use it at a party because I forgot mine. This glove is safe to use inside and outside. You can use it on your wooden decks, like to run over and pull up all the green algae or the mold that might be over there from the rain or anything like that. It's not going to snag. It's not going to rip. You can use it on your vinyl siding. Inside, you can use it on your walls. You can use it on your floors, on your carpet to get stains out.
For cleaning a couch.
Cleaning a couch, for on your cloth bags, like Sandra's 31 bags. You can use it. You're just going to rub it over. You're going to wet it, squeeze it out, and just start rubbing over to clean it off, and it's going to pull all of that dirt out. It is the way that that is made, again, the composition of the polyester and the polyamide that allows it to do the job that it's supposed to do. And it almost feels like little fingers, or little tentacles kind of when it goes down in there and starts scrubbing away to clean it. So this glove has saved us multiple times. The story that I use, and I'm sorry you guys get to hear it again. My daughter had recreated the 4th of July in our home at 2:30 in the morning, July 5th. And you can use your imagination as to what that was like in her bedroom. So I'm cleaning her up, and I'm trying to clean up her carpet. There's a big red stain there, and I have gotten the Oxy, Woolite, and the Resolve, and everything out, trying to scrub it up and clean it up. It lightens it. It doesn't go away. Whatever. One day we'll replace the carpet. It's no big deal. And then 2 weeks later, I asked my friend whose party I had gone to, I said, did you get that glove at your party? She did, so she brought it over to me to try it. This is still her glove. I bought her a brand new one. This, alone with water, pulled up the rest of that stain from her carpet with minimal effort on my part. The only thing that I had to use was I took the net of hair bar and rubbed it up the side of her sideboard of her bed to get that closed part, because it was just a lot brighter and harder to clean, and that pulled the rest of it out. On Thursday evening at our house, I took this to clean my stairs, and you don't realize how dirty your wooden stairs get until you get on your hands and knees and you take something to clean them with. So I had been mopping our floors, and I still had water in my mop pole, so I'm taking the mop pole and just spraying it on the wooden floors. Using this glove, it was gross. It was disgusting. And I thought, this is going to be interesting, just to see how clean this comes. And it looks just as it did when I put it in. It will never, ever, ever, once you use it, look like this again. But it works all the same, and it works very well. Every day in my house that I clean, I am always amazed at how H2O at home works and the ways that it has saved us in our house and how clean things get. The last thing I want to share with you before we do a demonstration, H2O at home is not just about keeping your home clean and doing so chemical-free and toxin-free, but we do have a personal care line as well. And the two things in here, well, I guess three. This is our cleansing set. And so this is demonstrating 2 of our cleansing cloths that we have to wash your face off. This is a mini Netapure bar that'll come with it if you buy it as a set. And this is what you're going to use to rinse out your cloths to remove all the makeup that's stuck to them. Hi, Katie.
Is she there? Can you see her? Okay. It may still be very echoey, but there you are. Can she see you?
Hi. So The net appear bar that's here, you're going to want to use that to rinse out your cleansing cloths. I'm going to pass these two cloths around so that you can feel them, and I'm going to start this way this time. So the white colored one is our cleansing and exfoliating cloth. It is phenomenal if you have acne, or if you have really oily skin, or teenagers that will break out. It is the best cloth for that. It is not good just for females, it's good for males as well. My uncle and my dad both use that cleansing and exfoliating cloth on their head because they are super oily men. And my uncle specifically says that it has reduced his oil production quite a bit. My dad said that it reduced it so much that he had to quit using it because his head became so dry. The white cloth that Kim's holding right in your right hand, I have not used that cloth in probably 4 months. And I have just had to start using it this week after coming back from our trip from sunscreen just clogging up into my pores. And I had one breakout, and it is basically almost gone, and that's just from using that exfoliating cloth to help. The light colored one is our cleansing cloth. It is extremely soft, so when it's wet, it's not gonna have like a weird texture, whereas this white one is almost gonna feel like a leather when it comes across, so you have to get used to that. This cleansing cloth is great on young skin, so your kids, like the face painting or Halloween, this is great to get that off. But this is also good just for normal, everyday skin, cleaning your makeup. I think a lot of people, I know I was one of those people, didn't wash my face. I hated to wash my face. I hated water being splashed up everywhere. And I don't have to worry about that with this face cloth as well. But it truly gets everything cleaned off. All you're doing is water. And then once your face is on this cloth, run it under the water, take the net appear bar with it, rub over. It's almost going to be like an eraser that's going to erase everything off. Scrub it up together, rinse it out, throw it over top of your sink, faucet. It's going to dry, and it'll be ready for the next use when you need to have it.
I like that thing. I like that.
So yeah, Sandra.
I bought it for Jake, but he's never seen it. It's mine.
Well, so when I did Sandra's original party back in the fall, I think, I don't remember, she said, I sell Arbonne, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on the personal care line. I said, okay, that's fine. But I still want to tell you about these face cloths. And I love it because I talk about you in every single client.
Sandra, what don't you sell?
I don't sell a whole lot. I buy stuff.
But this is our cleansing set. If you buy it, you can choose to have one of each of the cleansing cloths or just two of the same ones. So that's that. All right. So Katie, we're going to go and demonstrate some products right now.
I'll bring her with us. Where are we going?
We're going to go to the sink.
Okay. I forgot to eat. I was playing with my phone.
Do you think that's okay
Oh yeah.
to do the
Let's
sink?
go to the sink. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think I'll bring the shit.
There's not spinach in the sink. Is that not much? I'm starting to think so nasty, Nora.
All right. So all we're going to use is
What can you see? Can you see? I can't tell what you can see.
we're going to use our heavy duty net and then clay. So these two things together make up the clay kit. I'm just going to wet the sponge. And when you use the clay, you're just going to rub it in there, get a little bit on it, squeeze it so that you can see that it's bubble, and you're just going to go in here and clean around with it. Depending on your sink and what you use and anything like that, will depend on how much tarnish that you get off them, you will start to smell the tarnish lift up. And then as you go to continue to clean, you'll still smell that tarnish lifting as you need to, or as you wipe it back. So I don't know if you all can smell it, I can smell it, but it's really not that bad. It smells so good. So it's really not that bad, but you can see that there's still some tarnish on it. And that's just, very minimal scrub powder going there. And then you're going to take the heavy duty shift net do it wet, use it dry, just wipe out the sink. When I'm doing the appraisal, I like to just do it dry, just so that you can see the difference. When we run water back over top of it, usually your water will stand in your sink, and once you use the clay and continue to clean it out with the sugar net or clay again, it's going to be like Ravex over top of your sink, so the water's almost going to roll off. I should have taken that, so you can see before and after. Yeah. So it's going to be shiny. So I'm just going to rinse it out. When you're using your shipping nets, you want to, I just kind of fold them so you get multiple cleaning surfaces. When you go to squeeze them out, roll them as well, and it just protects the seal that's around it. And they are going to, it's like a chamois. So it's going to absorb the water and hold it. And you just keep squeezing it out, and the water that you see come up. And that's shiny. I love it when it does. It does it natural. Yeah. How are you? We already answered it. Yes. And if the clay does not pull it all out, we do have a lime scale remover. So we have tablets that you can use and let it dissolve and soak in the water, just bring up the water. But we also have a spray that you can leave. You can let it sit on the surface. And literally you have to let it sit there for like 15 minutes and then scrub right away, and it pulls it off. We're just trying to burn down the church, don't worry. Okay.
I put teas with that the other day, and we left one of the things on top of it. I was sitting here, and I was like, that smell. And it was the spoon melting to the eye that was left on it. Was it here?
That clay is great on
Please.
yeah. Flat top?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna do that, and the reason that we're gonna go ahead and just clean this stove is so I can show you the glass chip of it and it's gonna pull away.
So you put the sponge on.
Yes. What this sponge.
So it's all going to be used.
And it'll, this is okay. You put it.
I don't care what's done, but I don't know.
So even if you have a flat top stove like this, a gas range, or the one that has the burners and you pull those out, it works on all of those areas. Like on this stove where it has a lot of stuck on stuff, you might need to let the clay sit for a little while and take the clay and dip it with your finger and make it thick on that area. You can let it sit overnight, it's not going to damage anything about. If you need something that has a little bit more grit behind it, we have a scouring plate. It will scratch your surfaces, so just be mindful of that.
She's like, ooh.
One of the people that I did a party for, her husband's biggest thing was this stove. He swore up and down there was nothing that would clean the stove like this wax stuff that he uses to clean. And so his wife had said he'll spend a good amount of time cleaning on the stove after they eat because he wants it to be shiny again. So we did the party and we really straight the clay on the stove. He was convinced it wasn't going to work. And I was excited because I got to prove it wrong. So this cleaned it, but there's still that hard area that's there. But it's not as, it's not as raised
What's a big area?
as it once was. So to finish cleaning that, what we would do is just, I would just take my finger, dip it in the clay, and leave it out
How long? Like 15 minutes, an hour, or overnight?
overnight. Depends on how bad it is.
However long, however well they count it is.
So even when you're cleaning like this flat top, it'll still streak and it'll show, it'll show the streaks that are there, especially on the black. You need to notice that. So the glass shipping net, that lightest color one, or variety kit, is the best one. What's the one that you want to pick up to use to pull all of those streak lines off.
I've used the waffle leaf on it.
Can you
I
order it?
tried it, right? Because I bought the plate kit with that one, and then I just bought the waffle leaf. I did it wrong.
And now that it's
All over there.
So you use this last one? I run around the wall.
And a lot of times you don't have to use, I mean, just because it says this one's for scrubbing, doesn't mean that you can't throw it up on your window or whatever. So when that dries, and there's really not that much water on it, it needs to be free. Okay? Anything else you want me to do?
So I need to say that it's not over.
Yes. Yep, and then like once you use, like if you have a stainless or a colored microwave, once you go over it with the clay, then all you really ever have to do is take like the essential multi-surface one, the waffle leaf one, run back over and pick up any junk that's left behind, and then take the glass one and it just shines it right back to the inside.
I can use all the inside or I was very wrong.
Maybe all day.
It's not. All right, questions? All right, so we'll go back and let me tell you about our mop, go over our sales, and then order. Order what parties. You are not allowed to go. Just teasing you. I get to teach you.
I know, I'll take it pretty easy.
She'll be right back.
Sorry, that
Yeah,
Or
I'm
do
gonna
I remember?
attack her for, next time I have something, she puts the towels in my hand, and I can get all of it off, the rest of the night, and it's from
I don't really want the scrubbing one, right? I
I would
would
say
say
that the scouring plate is designed for tile.
if the back
It's the
is
bathtub, actually.
it's an enamel and seal cup. So I don't think it's scratch.
I don't think you can try with clay.
I don't know, it's just, it's old, but, I don't know, I just can't get it off me. Mama,
Is it the green that's on there? The green waterproofing?
say what?
Is it green, the stained green that's on there? Because that's what's on the toe, the waterproofing. Apparently not.
Yeah, it was like raindrops over the corner, it's blue or green or something, yeah. I'm gonna tell you that too bad.
You all just stay here, I'll bring this in here.
This is Sonia, if you know her husband, that's like John, it takes us.
Hello, how are you? All right, so we're bringing our video for.
She's from Oxford.
For your
She
mop.
came to
Yeah.
visit me for.
I got the continuous things, and my question is, before you even do anything, I have the 5, and I've used 2, like when I wash, because I've just done a little area. How do you wash them? You throw them all in together with all your things in the washing machine? That's the best way to wash them, because they get kind of nasty. I mean, because my floor's kind of
Together
nasty.
for.
My floor was clean afterward, but the things were nasty, so I didn't know if I should try to use Medicare on there, or if that was a waste of my
Oh
time.
no,
just
I
to
put
wash
Medicare on mine if they're
Yeah,
really gross. Yeah. So the number one reason that people will want to host a party is to get our mopping system. And it's just because it's one of the most expensive items in our book. And then when you host a party, you're able to get it for free, or 75% off, or half price. And it is well worth it to be able to get that. So the pole that I have with you right now is our Easy Spray pole. So your water is stored in the pole itself. You stick it under your sink just to fill it up right here. You put hot water in here, it is going to hold it hot, and you will feel the aluminum become warm from your hot water. There is a red ball that's down at the bottom of it, and so as you fill up the water, that weight is going to come up and show you how much water that you have in it. This will hold 16.9 ounces of water. That is all that you need to clean approximately 1,500 square feet of your home. Right? Right. So after you put the water in, slide this back down, twist it so that it locks, and you're ready to go. I have on here the scrubbing mop head right now. And then when you're wanting to disperse water, you're going to pull up on this red handle, the sprayers. There's like a little diagram down here. You're going to want to take that, flip it so that it faces you so that you're spraying backwards and pulling. And then when you are mopping, we're not getting a good video of this. Sorry, Katie, I'm glad you can see it. When you're mopping, you're going to go in an S-shaped pattern so that you're pulling the dirt away from you. This top handle will swivel so that it's ergonomic. It's not going to hurt your wrist when you're doing it. This disc that's right here on the pole is what's going to prevent it from breaking or help to prevent it from breaking. So if it falls, this pole isn't going to snap in half. This is going to break that fall. When we learned about that at a product training a couple months ago, we all went home throwing our mop poles around, seeing if we could get it to break just to see. So when you buy the mop, you can choose from 2 different heads. If you have hardwood floors, then you're going to want to get our continuous mop head. Katie, never. When you buy the continuous mop head, it's going to come with these and then a pad. And the pad is actually at my house because I used it last night, forgot to bring it. So the black pad is going to adhere to this Velcro, and then this mop head is just going to wrap around it and go. Make sure that the gray things are pointing to you because that's kind of like a little extra scrub there and pulling with you. You can clean, in my house the other day, we have a small downstairs area. It was disgusting. And so I used 3 mop heads. And you were saying you used 2. My sister's house, she uses 3 for hers every time. So it doesn't take many. But the reason that they come in packs is because this is not going to hold a lot of water. The reason our floors will streak and they don't look clean is because we're oversaturating them. And we're putting way too much water down than what we should. So as this gets wet, pull it off, throw it in a pile, and then go to wash it with your other microfibers when you're done. At our house, on Thursday night when I was washing our floors, I promise you, and this is no exaggeration, I was embarrassed to even take a picture because of how nasty they were. It was almost black from just, I hadn't made the time to clean our floors, and I thought there is no way this is going to come clean. I did not pre-treat it with any Netapure. I just threw it in the washing machine. I did put some OxyPure in with it just to give it a little bit extra power and boost, and they came out clean.
So you washed them on hot?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They will never come out white like they are the day that you get them, but they will not come out black like they are when you stick them in the washing machine.
How about marble? Does it look on marble?
It does. I will have to look to see if your best bet would be the continuous mop head or our worker mop head, which is a white one. It's a thicker head. The reason that you like the continuous mop head on the hardwood floor is because it gets right down to the floor and it cleans it easier. So I'm not sure I'm on the marble which one you would want to use. I'll look. It might even say it in our book.
Because that's when you first come in, that's 2 marble slabs, and I can never get it clean.
And it's the rest of your house hardwood. So I would probably say just use the continuous ones versus buying a different mop head just for that little area. But I always encourage, if you have hardwood floors, to buy the continuous mop head, but then your other choice, I like to encourage you to buy the dusting mop head. So when you've washed your floors at home, you've probably used vinegar and water, or Bona, or Bruce, or Murphy's Oil Soap, or anything like that. Everything that you've used is going to come up from the floor. So you're going to notice for the first several times a haze that's going to be over there. If you take our duster mop head and go right back over it, it's going to polish it and shine it right back. But Kim will tell you that this is amazing. Just, you don't have time to vacuum, you don't have time to mop, or just you need to spruce up your floors a little bit. This dust mop is like nobody's business. Amazing. Kim said, I thought I was a good housekeeper until I used that mop.
Whoops, I misjudged.
So this is going to get dirty and it's going to get dusty. And then you can take it outside and just beat some of the dust off of it, and then throw it in the washing machine and let it go. All of our microfibers can be dried. There's no reason to dry them because they're all going to dry out pretty quickly. So when I wash everything of mine, I pull it out and I hang it up, and it's dry within a couple of hours. Our bath towels, same thing. I pull them straight out of the washing machine, hang them back over in our bathroom to dry, and they are good to go.
I have a question.
Okay?
What, I have a dog that, at times she can shed a lot, or, well, shed a lot, but she has very short hair, and it gets all over my floor. It doesn't get anywhere in my upholstery, it gets all over my floor. Is that gonna be able to keep my dog hair up?
Yes.
Cats.
Oh,
Yeah, she has cats, and
I
she
have
says,
cats.
So then wash out.
Mhm. Yeah, this is
I'm using a Swiffer right now, so.
yeah, you'll be amazed at what this will do versus a Swiffer. Now, this is mine, and my daughter sheds. Her hair sheds a lot. And then our dog, we have a boxer. Just like with my glove, you saw me picking off pieces of hair. There are going to be the stragglies that are going to go across it. So I'm not going to say it's going to clean it out 110%. It's going to pull out the bulk of the hair that
But
is
you're not
on
gonna
there.
have to go and.
pick it out to use it next time.
No. And if I have noticed that there's still some hair from Jillian, my daughter, I'll just take it and I'll beat it, and it falls right out. Yeah. So. Okay.
Because mine shouldn't use
Yeah, my hair's
Right,
everywhere.
so you don't have to wash that every time.
You don't. It depends on how gross it is.
Uh-huh.
I tend to wash mine every time.
Do you wash yours every time, or do you use it a couple times?
I usually wash it every time.
You do.
Because I have four cats.
Kim.
Okay. Yeah, it is Kim. That was a bad question. Me, I might
You
use
should
it
not have
twice.
asked him.
Maybe 3 times.
So, if you're interested in this mop, I will tell you that prior to March, I did not like this mop at all. Shut your mouth.
I was joking.
And the reason I did not like it was because I was using it incorrectly. So I was spraying it forward and it shoots. It has like a string on it. So that's why you turn it backwards and you spray it that way.
And it won't spray on me.
No. But if you turn it,
backwards, I'm thinking,
The angle
I'm
is
gonna
spraying
go,
down.
yeah, the
Something
angle is
all
pointing
over
it
me.
down. But
Okay.
like when I was cleaning my steps the other night, I had it pointed all out the wrong way and pulling it up to squeeze it so that it would shoot right there on the steps. But ever since I learned how to use this correctly, I am in love with it. I love it. And the fact that all my water stores in this bowl, even better.
Now, if
So
you don't use all your water, do you empty it out?
You don't have to, I do. I do.
Just-
It's not gonna, you just unsqueeze it or unlock it and then just tilt it back into your sink and get it all out. I do, just because I'm weird about that.
I don't want to sit in
No, I don't either. And but some people just let it stay in there. Now, if you needed if you felt like you needed to have a floor cleaner, we do have a floor cleaner. If you smell like the whole of mine, you'll smell like a eucalyptus scent to it. Our floor cleaner is highly concentrated, and you only use like a milliliter of floor cleaner, and that's going to disinfect in your rooms around your floors.
So if your kids
So
get
you put
sick,
it
you
in?
add that or something.
Yeah, you just add it right into here.
Oh, because I bought some and I didn't know
So on your cap of your floor cleaner, the lowest
Just smell
the lowest line that's in the cap is all that you need to put within this. I mean, it is a minute amount that has to go in. The COO of the company's never even used it. It's like, I don't have to use it. I'm comfortable. Everything's backed by our EcoCert. These are mopping. The continuous mop head is used in the hospitals in France and in Europe to clean the ORs, ERs, patient's room because it is held to those standards to sanitize as it's supposed to do. And there's even a McDonald's over in Europe that uses our mopping system as well.
Do you know how big my area, family room, kitchen, dining room? Would I use the whole thing? All the water out of it?
I don't think that you would use all the water.
I don't
You
use
said
that amount.
1,500 square
Because
feet.
my-
I don't.
Well, my
How big is that room? 20 by 20 or bigger?
20 by 20, and then both of them about 400 square feet. And then the living room is that floating hardwood, which is what, 17 and a half by 19?
You still wouldn't use it all. I think you would.
I
You'd
don't
still have some
quite a
left.
bit
You'd
of mine.
probably be close, but I think you'd have some left, unless you just went over it a lot.
But
And then you use it
just-
on your tile floors too?
Oh, yeah.
bathrooms?
I mean, you literally one squirt. You don't want to just squirt to oversaturate because that defeats the purpose of the hole. So one squirt, and that gives you it disperses the correct amount of water that you need to go through. Okay?
And how much is this one?
How much do you want it to be? Party, and you're gonna get it for free. Okay? So that's the easiest way to get it for nothing. Is to host your own party and then use your reward money towards it to get it for free. I got mine for free. Because Sandra's hosting her party, and I told you Kim wasn't just coming just for the food. Because she booked her party from Kim's original party that she had, then Kim gets to choose any item in the catalog with the exception of our sale and our whole house packages and get it half off.
You want me to get that for you, Sarah?
No.
Oh, sorry. We'll talk later.
She knows now. She can't do it.
You say that in the back room.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
She already has one. I know, and her daughter-in-law has one that she doesn't need a bottle, so I didn't question it.
I'm a friend.
I said, how about a best friend?
All right.
But the good thing about that is you can do more than just that.
That's right. So the head or the aluminum pole comes out. This is probably I'm sorry. You can sweep snow off of it. You can't wash the car. I did bring our car kit with us that we do have. So everything will interlock and change within the sink. This is our rubber bristle broom. It acts just like our hand tool broom and our lint brush. I love this for the simple fact of sweeping up hardwood floors, going over decks or areas where there's leaves that have been, like on our porch or on our slate concrete. It's great. It just sweeps up right over top of it and cleans it up. It doesn't crumble the leaves. We had a birthday party at our house, and my daughter, we were doing decorating cupcakes, so there were sprinkles all over the floor. And I mean, you run a vacuum cleaner over top of it, it's just going to shoot them out. It's going to blow them away. This just kind of kept it all within check, and it's not going to fly away. Your dog here, your cat here, your kid here, whatever, is not going to like float up in the air. It's going to kind of trap it. So when you're done cleaning, take it out, run it under water, shake it a little bit, let it dry. It's good to go.
So it's actually picking the stuff up off the floor into it,
No, it's just going to sweep it into
Okay.
a pile.
and then you're lifting it like a,
Right.
Oh,
oh, like the squeegee part? I don't know. But
Yeah,
you don't want
windows
need it.
work
Oh.
as a squeegee. Well, we have a window cleaning kit.
Is that what you have?
No, I
that's
didn't
just,
bring the window. This
Sure,
is our
yes.
dusting kit. So it'll go on this pole as well. So if you have tall ceilings or your ceiling fan blades that you're wanting to clean, instead of having to get a stool out, you can take this, it'll bend, and you can go right up over top of it. You can make it at whatever angle that you need. It's like in your floor or in your ceilings that are really tall ceilings, you can take it up and go across to clean off any of the cobwebs that are in the corners or wherever it's at. But it'll attach to the same pole. We even have an extra telescopic pole that'll go, it's like 2 levels, so it extends out to 10 feet if you were to need that. But we have, this is our dusting kit, and then our window cleaning kit. I did not bring that, but same thing, but it has its own squeegee, it has its own brush to wash the windows, and it all attaches right there with it.
Can you buy everything separate?
You can. The easiest way to do it is to buy the mop system first and then buy the different attachments. I had a party I did a couple weeks ago, and she bought the rubber bristle broom. And so she wanted the mop, so she had to buy the aluminum plate. Then she had to pay separately for the 2 different heads that she wanted. So it ended up being like $80-some to do it that way. But yeah.
Nora, question, the broom right there, does it work on rough concrete outside?
Yes.
Patio decks, I'm talking
Yes.
rough concrete.
Yes.
So my mother-in-law has that new paint down that's rough on
Right.
it.
And it just sweeps it. Yeah, we use it in our garage. I use it over top of our driveway. When it snowed, You can take it and sweep off some of the snow off of your car. You can sweep it. I used it to sweep the snow off our deck when it came. I mean, you can't shovel it because it will break. But if you're just doing like a good sweep to get it clean, it'll clean off of it.
Now, your kitchen has rough ceramic tile. This would be the right one for her, right?
Correct.
Is
Just
that
the
one
scrubbing
that's-
one.
The scrubbing one.
I guess my slate's rougher than your tile, but it has texture to it. So that would,
Yes,
this would
and
be
the texture,
better
that was my
than
next
this.
question, was the texture tile.
Right.
So for our
Okay.
sale items for this month, when you guys go back and sit down, I'll dig through my purse and find it, but, when you spend $100, you will get this headband, and it's the sale flyers on the back of your, lapboard. And this headband, I think it's kind of funny because one of our advisors uses it in the wintertime just to keep her ears warm because it's so snuggly. But it's good. This band is designed to pull your hair back when you're washing your face or you're putting on your makeup or anything. It is not a sweatband. Somebody asked if you could wear it to work out. I think it would probably suffocate your head because it's going to be warm if you all want to feel that. And I was
want to
trying
It's
look at the
soft.
picture.
I didn't expect it to be soft.
Ooh.
Sandra, I was trying to figure out what I gave you at your last party. So if it's replicated or something you don't want, then that's fine. I can switch it out. But I'm giving you one of our sponges. And then it made me happy when you said that you take your multi-surface chiffonette with you in the bathroom because did I give you the little one? So you're going to get a mini one.
You gave Kim one and I was jealous.
Okay, so you've got it.
Yes.
And I got a little bar.
And you've got your own little Medicure. And then next month you're just testing out to see if that pulls good.
Because she wants to see it fall.
Next month, we're going to be doing a lot of kitchen things, so I wanted to go ahead and give you a dishwashing tablet.
I wondered
so you
about
can
that.
See how that works.
Yay, this is for me.
So that's all I have.
Really
If you
nice.
all have